Yo, what's going on, guys? It's DragsterTV here, back at it again. And today, guys, we're back here on Offroad Outlaws once again. As you guys can see here now, it's about like 9 o'clock at night currently right now for me. I was a little bit bored, just got home from being out at my farm. And I decided to hop on and play some Offroad Outlaws. And I was actually going to go through and see if they had a 400EX. You know, 400EXs are really popular quads, and I actually happen to own one. The 05 through 08 body style, I believe, and then in 09 they changed up the front end a little bit and decided to take the E out of the name. But this is not a history lesson on 400EXs, but mine is the model that is not the bug eyes on the 400EXs. Mine is actually like the kind of the alien look people call them, which is the newer look. So mine does not have the bug eyes, it does have the newer look. So I was going in here, kind of forgot what quads they had. I remember they did have this YFZ 450 here. And this is actually what we're going to be building today, but I'll hop straight into that here in just a second. And this also brings me to my next point, which is where maybe in a future update, since we do know Offroad Outlaws takes a long time to put together an update, but I'm not bashing it. The updates actually themselves come out very good, and they make sure to include a lot of stuff. So it's definitely worth the wait, but something I would love to see, just thought I'd throw this in here, is actually maybe them putting in a Bug Eye 400EX or my body style 400EX, and I do have a video on it. It's one of my most recent ones, and I believe the link to it is also down below in the description, so make sure to go ahead and check that out. So yeah, scrolling through the quads, we obviously do not have anything resembling any of the body styles of 400EX, so maybe in the future they can go ahead and throw in a 400EX for us quad fans. They did make sure to include one of the most popular ones that are still being made to this day, which is a Yamaha YFZ 450. But one of the most popular quads ever made is Honda's TRX 400EX, so it would be pretty cool for them to throw one in. Now, what made me think of doing this video is just a relaxing sit back video. It's nothing like specific or have to be professional about like my glitch. Then you get straight to the point, but we are gonna build this squad here in just a moment. But I was scrolling through my old videos, and I did notice that one of my videos did about a month ago, or 2 months ago actually, back when I did have my 2006 Yamaha Blaster, was I decided I'd go in and I'd look here in the quad sections to see if they actually did have something that would resemble Yamaha Blaster, the 2003 through 2006 model in particular, which is the model I did have, and they actually did end up having one, and here it is right here. You guys can check out that video, see how it turned out in the end. So that's why I thought, now I have my 400EX, which I traded my Blaster for. I was just going to check if I can go back and make another video like it. But I am also a huge fan. These quads are one of my favorite quads ever, the YFZ 450. So that is pretty cool that they do have it in the game, and they definitely got the stance correct with the 50 inches wide front and rear. So that is pretty cool that they got that accurate, which is one of the main qualities of a YFZ 450. People call it just the wide stanced Raptor, but Raptors are significantly bigger and a lot taller as well. These things are race machines. So we're going to take this stock YFZ 450 here straight from the dealership, and we're going to go ahead and turn it into more of a race machine. So I thought I'd go ahead and record it and let you guys follow along with me for the ride. It should be pretty fun. We're going to go ahead and first start off here in colors. We may end up changing the color to something more accurate here soon, but you can't really get much more accurate than this. This is the exact spot-on color that the 2021s do come in, so we're going to go ahead and spend 10 grand right here, buy ourselves our brand new 2021 YFZ 450. So now let's go and hop straight into customization. So the first thing we're going to do, we're not going to hop right into upgrades quite yet. Right when you get a new quad, you want to go ahead and not the first thing is go take apart your motor, right, and just upgrade the crap out of it. Mine is smoking a lot, so I'm actually going to have to do that, but mine is heavily used, so I'm fine with putting a whole new top end on. That's what I got. I'm just glad I have 4-stroke now. It's something that actually fits me a little bit better. But so far what I've done is I've taken a lot of stuff off it and painted all that stuff, put back on, and kept a couple of different things off, and I'm about to put a new bumper on it and stuff. So I actually just hop right into doing the customization of my quad first before I hop straight into rebuilding my motor and stuff like that. So we're not going to do upgrades quite yet. We're going to hop straight into customization, check out what we can do to this thing. Alright, so we're not going to, I just noticed something. For like rim color, we're going to make sure we have black rims. We're going to do like the black and blue look and see how that turns out rather than having this color with the blue. So we're going to go ahead and hop straight into body first, see what we can throw on this thing, and we're also going to make sure to change the headlight colors here in just a second. There isn't much with this, so let's just go through the list. Alrighty guys, so first things first, I don't know if I really want horns on my brand new quad. We might here soon after our first test ride after the build. The main thing I actually do want done to this, and the only thing I'm going to have done to this, is maybe the brighter LEDs, or actually the purple headlights. It actually fits with this blue and the wide stance better than I thought it would. And then the light, like teal kind of color, doesn't really go with it much. So that's the only customization we're going to do this thing. Obviously, we don't want this big old repair pack on the back. And we are not going to be sinking this low thing anytime soon. I couldn't even take this thing through like 5 feet of mud. But if we were to, you know, that snorkel will be pretty good. Alright, so we're also not going to want to winch on it, so we're just going to forget that. And I don't know what I was talking about 5 feet of mud, I mean like 2 feet of mud. This thing sits really low. Anywho, let's go ahead and, while we're here, let's go ahead and do the customization, which we just did. We already have our paint on, and for rims, we're going to just go ahead and black these things out real quick. Now they're looking really cool. Now let's go ahead and see what options we actually have for the rims. So I don't know if I really want those rims. I might just keep the first ones on here. I think I'm just going to go ahead and keep the first ones here. Really am digging that look already. Black rims, guys, can really transform a quad. Just saying. And for tires, you guys already know. Here we are. Here's our knobby tires. Might as well throw them on the front as well. And that's it for customization. $18,000 later, here's what our quad looks like. Now we're going to move on into the upgrades and do the important stuff. We got to make sure we have all the power we can. Need that grip as well on the track. Need this thing as light as it can be and as durable as it can be if this thing is not already tough as a rock and light as a feather. And we're going to go ahead and turbo this thing out as well, because why not? Alright, there we are. Fully maxed out. This thing is a race machine, but it is really wide, so it's already really stable, but we're going to make it more stable and have more grip with the wider tires. So we're going to hop straight into tuning and get that done and out of the way right now. But first things first, what am I doing here? We need to go into tune suspension, upgrade this bad boy. I almost went into suspension acting like there was more than one option. Might as well, while we're here, go ahead and upgrade our wheels and tires, front and rear. Now for suspension, do I want to make it any wider? If we want this thing realistic for most trails, the widest that they're only 50 inches wide, which is just wide enough for your YFZ 450 to fit through. So I don't know if it'd be very realistic to keep this thing much wider than it is. However, we're going to go above and beyond with our super wide tires. Now that's not the rear. That'd look a little bit goofy if we had super wide tires in the front. So we're going to refrain from doing that for just a moment and finish up what we're doing here. But since axis width is on the front, first off, I don't know if we're going to make it much wider, probably just a little bit wider. Alright, that's about all we really need for this YFZ 450. We're not looking to make this thing a lot wider than it is. Alright, now for travel, you guys already know we're throwing on this lowering kit. Alright guys, if this thing was not already low enough, well, just got lower. Alright. Hope you guys are enjoying today's video. If you guys are, make sure to drop that like. And also, I hope you guys are following along with the build. Definitely am looking forward to see how this thing turns out. This thing is a track-ready machine. Look at this. But it's not done yet. Sure is not done yet. We'll be done here in just a moment when we do go ahead and finish up with our tires and wheels and stuff, and then take her for a test rip. Alright, so wheels width. We're putting some wide. That's a little too wide. We're putting some wide tires on, but maybe not that wide. Alright, definitely 1.8s in the rear. Alright. Yeah, that thing is gonna be very stable on the track. If only we had like real quad specific options, and we can throw on our Nerf bars and take off these stupid plastic heel guards, throw on our metal ones or all-in-ones, upgrade the foot pegs, put new grab bars on, stuff like that, unnecessary stuff. I'm sure if there is a game that's like a full PC and Xbox game, I know I'm playing on a PC, but using an emulator, and I have a tutorial on that, link down in the description. Anywho, if this was like a full Xbox, PC game, set game, I'm sure they'd have all that unnecessary customization, like all the stuff I've done to my quad, all-in-one heel guard and Nerf bars, grab bar, and being able to take apart and paint these specific items as well as the front bumper too. Alright, these are just little thoughts of mine. Let's go ahead and, make the rims a little bit more realistic. Let's be honest, they're probably not that wide, not that big. In the rear, it just looks so cool with those wider rims, though. But 0.9 is about where I'm gonna keep it, and this is our YFZ 450. This thing looks pretty cool. Ready to see how it'll perform on the track. I wish I actually had a track map set up beforehand, before I decided to record this video, but oh well. Let's just go ahead and rip it in the desert. Yeah, let's go ahead and rip it in the desert. Should be pretty fun. Gonna see how this bad boy's gonna perform. This was a pretty fun little build I got to do along with you guys. And let me know down below in the comments, for those of you that have stayed this long, it's just me just being real with you guys, talking with you guys, just doing a little build tonight. It's kind of like a live stream form, kind of like how I do my live streams. If I'm playing a game and I'm gonna do something specific that is video material, you guys already know I'm gonna record it. So I just want to know. I know a lot of you guys just like my specific type of videos, like how I'm all professional, have my little intro and outro and stuff like that, for my specific mind glitches and stuff like that, and that's never going to change. That's just how I prefer to do my videos. But for like a quad build, I like doing my videos this way. So I'd like to know if you guys like me doing my videos just like building quads and stuff like that, or doing like certain truck builds. Heck, and not even in this game, I'm talking about in SnowRunner 2 as well, stuff like that. More of like a live stream format style, how I normally do my live streams, for those of you that have tuned into a couple of them, what I'm talking about. I just like being real with you guys. I'm gonna sit down, build a quad, go ahead and rip it around the desert and talk with you guys. And so I definitely like doing both types of videos, but I'd like to know in the comments down below which one you guys like best. So make sure to let me know, and also leave a fat like on this video if you guys did enjoy it. We're gonna go ahead and go back and grab this crate here. You guys already know. See what we're gonna get. Alright, here's our rewards, ×6 for the money and gold. Love to see it. Can't go wrong there. And yeah, so this YFZ 450 definitely turned out really well, and suspension's about as soft as I'd have it if I were to own one. These things are pretty gnarly machines, so I might want to get one in real life one of these years. But first things first, gotta get used to the 400X first. These things, my first quad, the Blaster, surprisingly, was 50 inches wide in the rear. That thing was really wide, but it was really weird when turning as well, because it was like, I can't remember now how wide it was in the front, but it was about 20 inches off. It was not very wide in the front at all, but extremely wide in the rear. So it's just super uneven, and the turning was a little bit goofy, rather to like my 400EX or the LTZ 400, where the width in the front and rear is completely the same and turns like a dream. So it's kind of to be expected, but it's also 50 inches wide in the front and rear of a YFZ 450. So I wonder how that turning would feel. I bet it'd be really smooth as well. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video, guys. That's it for the YFZ 450. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys did think of it. Drop a fat like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you guys are new and you haven't already. And let me know down below in the comments if you guys do prefer this type of video or a more professional type of video. and as well as if you guys would tune into a live stream if I decide to do one tomorrow night. And with that, guys, once again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to amazing guys day and night. And with that, catch you guys very, very soon in the next one.